Hey folks, we're OS Reviews. Today you're watching our video review of the Perixx Periduo-880. Compared to other Bluetooth cases on the market, this product is unique because it has a multi-touch touchpad that supports gestures like pinch to zoom for different browsers and also scrolling with 2 fingers up and down and horizontally through different pages if you have a Windows tablet. It uses Bluetooth 3.0, so it's compatible with any Android tablet, any Windows or iOS device. It's fully functional and also combines a very effective design as well. It has a magnetic hinge which allows it to close and open with ease and creates a prop when not in use and also protects the tablet when it's fully closed. So an interesting shape and interesting design overall. The keyboard itself also utilizes chiclet keys, which are both responsive, well-spaced, and easy to type on, and we'll discuss those elements further in our review. Taking a look at the packaging, you have a pretty professional look going on. You can see that we have access to Bluetooth 3.0. It has a 10-meter range, so fairly good in terms of the range of connection between the keyboard and the tablet, and flat scissor keys or chiclet keys. It's a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It takes about 2 hours to fully charge the battery. It comes pre-charged, which is excellent, and you have the US version here for review purposes. The 880 is also fairly inexpensive. It retails for under $100. You can find it through the company's website or on Amazon.com, which it you can find it for occasional sales, which it goes even lower. So a pretty good value overall. The actual keyboard case is very good. It lasted us about 4 weeks with sporadic usage in between before we needed to recharge the keyboard case. And we can actually use it while we're charging it as well. So great for traveling purposes. As you can see here, you have a very slim portfolio. So it's great for portability and for traveling with. It also has this nice soft touch material on the front cover, which prevents any dust from attracting on the surface. And on the back, there's even rubber feet, which prevents the keyboard from sliding around when you set it onto a surface, which is always a nice plus. This is actually a magnetic cover, so it's not going to fly open when it's resting in place here, but I can also take it open like so. And you have a soft touch material on the inside that prevents any dust particles and also cleans the keyboard when it's not in use. And you have access to the keyboard on the very inside. On the right-hand hinge, you have access to a micro USB port for charging and also a power on and off switch for the Bluetooth. The very top features access to LED indicators for the Bluetooth and also for the battery life of the keyboard. The keyboard is on the center itself. You can see it's well spaced and well defined. It's risen above the surface, which makes typing a nice experience overall. And you can even get a little bit of touch typing down on this keyboard. So you can get acclimated to the response pretty easily, and we found that as we used it over a period of time, it became very, very comfortable, and we made very few mistakes when using it. Itself is a matte finish. It feels pretty nice. Actually, it's a one-piece click design, as with most HP touchpads we've seen, so no matter where you click on it, you can actually press down on it to make a tactile response. This is a nice modern trackpad. It's large, it's responsive, and it's easy to use for pinch and zooming for different gestures, and depending on where you actually press on the touchpad, if it's on the left side or the right side, the device automatically knows if you're left. We actually fold the magnetic hinge open for propping up a tablet. It's very easy. We simply push inwards from the top there, and now we have a magnetic kind of design going on. It's almost like 2 triangles or 2 mountains, and this basically pushes down, has a very solid kind of design going on in terms of the geometry, and now we can simply put the tablet in the hinge here, and it will stay in place quite well. Pairing this Bluetooth keyboard is very simple. Just tap on the Bluetooth logo for a few seconds longer, and you can see the LED indicator on the very top of the keyboard will start illuminating and flashing. This means that the keyboard is now in the pairing mode, and we can now connect it to any iOS, Android, or Windows-based tablet. However, I will say that this keyboard works the best for any Windows-based tablets, and this is because some of the functions like the media controls are dedicated for Windows and will not work for iOS and Android platforms, so that's something to note. Also, there's a separate key on here you can tap once to disable the touchpad if you don't want to use the touchpad when you're typing to prevent any accidental clicks or any presses. This is a nice feature you can have, and you can also find it on most laptops. The keyboard is now connected to an Android smartphone, but of course you can also use a tablet if you choose. And the on-screen prompt will be called the KT1332 Bluetooth keyboard. Simply tap on that, enter the code that it prompts using the keyboard, press enter, and the connection will be initiated within a few seconds. As you can see, the cursor will appear on screen for Android-based devices, so it works relatively nicely. I can press home. It's actually going to work pretty nicely. I can also use some multi-touch gestures like going back and forth between my home screens by using 2 fingers and scrolling, so it works pretty nicely if you want a productivity tool for typing, for using Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and also for browsing the web. The keyboard is also, again, pretty responsive and easy to use. It's pretty accurate, and you can see how all the keys are support and optimization for a Windows-based tablet from 7 inches all the way up to 10 inches. You can see how the stand on the back is very, very sturdy. It's not going to fall over, so it's perfect for watching movies, for productivity, enjoying typing things up, and browsing the web. They all work very nicely. Now, of course, with the stand design here, one of the limitations of this particular design is that you are limited to a very flat surface. If you're typing on your lap, for example, if you're on a plane or you're going on a car, it's not going to be as comfortable just because the stand here is going to try and flop over, it's going to move. But if you do have a very flat surface like a desk, it's going to work nicely and it's not going to have any issues when you're typing and working on the device. All the separate icons on the top here will work just fine with Windows, including the media controls, the volume controls, the transitions between the Metro UI and also the traditional home screen here. You can also zoom in and out using pinch to zoom. That's very lucid and very responsive. And there's very little lag between something that you type and something that appears on screen. So fairly impressive experience that you get here. It's a nice overall visual and also fits any tablet really nicely. Again, the keyboard does a great job. It's tactile, responsive, and something that we really enjoy typing on. So at the end of the day, I have to say the Perixx 880 Bluetooth keyboard is something that you should definitely consider if you have a Windows tablet or an Android smartphone and you want to enhance the productivity on your device by getting a great keyboard and a touchpad combination. The design of the keyboard is really compelling just because it's very portable and it has a magnetic hinge that you can close up for storage and for portability. It's small, it's lightweight, it's easy to carry around, and very elegant as well. There are a few limitations, like the fact that the stand is not adjustable in terms of the angle, and also the fact that you can't pair up to more than one Bluetooth tablet or smartphone at one time. So you have to repair it every single time you transition to a new device or a new OS, but at the same time it works pretty nicely. It's speedy, it's fast, and battery life is excellent. To check out more information about this keyboard, you can visit our full written review down in the description box below, but this has been our video review. Thanks for watching here at OS Review.